Megan, hi there. I'm really happy to be getting around to doing your reading tonight. I have a crazy hair going all over the place here. Well, such is life. I really appreciate your support, and I also really appreciate your patience. I've been dealing with some stupid health issues this last week that were really scary. I'm still trying to deal with unemployment stuff that's not working out for me. But all of that besides the point, I shouldn't be rambling on. I hope that you're doing well. I saw that you got a new job, so congratulations on that. I think that energy so far is really going into the reading. I have three cards that I've pre-shuffled and sort of focused on your energy a little bit and drawn out. So I will start explaining these cards to you, and then we'll start drawing some more from the deck. I'm just using the traditional Rider-Waite deck for you. It's one of my favorite decks that I have. I have a few. This one just felt like the right one. Otherwise, though, I've just been working on music and trying not to get into any trouble. Not that there's much trouble I can get into right now, but I'm really enjoying this downtime. I'm sure that you're right in your element too, and I definitely feel like the energy I'm getting from you, through this whole thing and for this reading is that you're so in your element in a sense of the whole world, as service industry people as they know it, they're all kind of working on what your schedule or what you feel comfortable in and with all the time. So your element is more like being a homebody and really enjoying your time to yourself and your creative time to yourself. And I think everyone kind of taking that pause and sort of enjoying that is just making you feel this full circle of whoa, everyone is doing this now, and not everyone's thriving in it, but I feel like you really are thriving in it. So I hope that's the case. Okay, so the first card I got for you is the Nine of Swords, and it's kind of a little intense card. Got some emotional stuff going on there, some hardship. So really this card just tells me that you recently had reached a point where you were like, holy shit, I don't know how I've been doing this or how I can go on, and I'm just so defeated, and I'm carrying such heaviness, and it's it just sucks. I'm not getting answers that I need. I'm not feeling like I'm getting any relief. It's just it's one thing after another, and it's all bullshit. And this card really just represents you were sort of just really struggling, really down in the struggle, and you were sort of feeling moments away from giving up. And you didn't know what you were giving up or why or how, but you were like, fuck, something needs to give, something needs to change. And so that's a really intense card to start it out on, but thankfully it moved forward really quickly, so I'm excited to see how this progresses with the reading here. Next I got the Seven of Cups, which the Seven of Cups to me just represents a lot of emotion, but a lot of also compartmentalizing that emotion and realizing here are the things I'm good at, here are my hobbies, here are the things I want to do and I want to make time for, here are my responsibilities, and I'm feeling emotional, but I'm going to be using logic and fueling myself with that emotion to put these things into place and to, get these things in order and in a sense, get these my ducks, in a row. And I feel like you were really on that page recently and just kind of, for the last few months or even years have been really doing that, where you're compartmentalizing your creative side and your creative aspects and your work life, and you're finding this really good balance, and you're sort of mastering all these different things that you're juggling, which is really awesome. I think this is a really great card to get, and you can kind of see in the artwork it represents that there's this master here of all these different cups of things. So that's sort of your energy, which is really cool. And to see that after all this hardship, even in despite of all this hardship and all this nonsense and all this bullshit and the world trying to get you down, you came through and you focused on what you need to be doing and what your earthly missions are. So that's really awesome. And then next I got the Two of Pentacles. So it's kind of more of that juggling energy, but it shows a financial gain or a big opportunity or a change in money that was very necessary, which makes perfect sense to draw this card with the new job opportunity that you just got. And I've heard nothing but good things about the co-op. Actually, a great friend of Sarah's, his name is Paul. He is like the meat department guy there, and he's really cool. So hopefully you'll get to meet him. And my old coworker Elijah works there, and Sam works there. There's just a lot of great people there, and so I think you're gonna fit right in. I'm really happy for you about that. And this card really shows that. This is going to be you kind of mastering your skills here and like, getting the hang of it and really jumping right in and being part of that team. And this is a good card of showing that you're a hard worker and that you're going to be recognized for that, and that the path that you're on with work and with finances is going to be moving forward and moving upwards too. So it's really good to see. Okay, so those were the first few cards I drew for you, and I'll keep those on the side here. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the last few days, some shit with the planets is going crazy. I know, all that hocus pocus, I am always on that bullshit, but I really believe in it, and I've really been feeling it. I think Pluto went into retrograde, which is a weird one. It does not go into retrograde often, or when it does, it's like really intense. And then I think Venus went into retrograde. And honestly, I don't know exactly what that stuff means, but I'm feeling some type of way. It's making me go a little crazy. But, it's kind of normal anyways, I guess. Okay, let's see what else we can get for you here, Megan. So, what else have you been up to? I know you were doing some puzzles and that sort of jazz, going on a lot of hikes and walks with Cody. When do you start your new job and all that stuff? I know you can't answer me directly, but if you think of it later, let me know these things. Okay, I gotta actually focus. Stop being a goofball here. So this card looks now. Okay. I have a few more cards there that I felt compelled to draw, and one that kind of fell out of the deck there. So I got the Queen of Pentacles, which is like very affirming and awesome from the card that we just last had, which was the Two of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is seriously like the master of her craft, and someone that just dives into their work and really puts their all into it. And excuse me. And just really shows up and is really loyal to their work and is really determined and is really dedicated. And that's what the Queen of Cups shows me. And I think that is what you are going to be, what you've always been, especially in the last job you were just working. And you were there for such a long time. And now with this, I feel like going into this new place, it's going to be just like that, and establishing yourself in that way there. And just building a good rapport. And like I said, I think it's going to be a good opportunity as far as money goes, but also just being in an environment that you like. And because I got the Sun card after that, so this shows me definitely like this big light at the end of the tunnel, like things that were sort of dark and dreary, and that you were sort of uncertain about and weren't for sure about. Those things are going to be getting cleared up if they haven't already begun to start kind of clearing up and you gaining a little bit of clarity. This is definitely a card of clarity to me, and also that just brighter times really are ahead. And I feel like that's a really good card to draw because shit's been kind of fucked up, and I think we could all use some goodness. So you've got some coming your way. And then I also have the Chariot here, which to me is a card about the home. And it's a card of like water energy. It's the card of Cancer, Major Arcana card, which you got a lot of Major Arcana cards actually, which I think is a really good omen. And with the Chariot, I just see a really balanced and good home life. And you've built this amazing, safe space for yourself in your home. And this card just goes to show that that is exactly what you needed, and that you've done such a good job in creating that stability and that safety for yourself. So I love to see this card, and it's a really good card as well. Okay, so let's see what else we can get here. I sort of forgot if you asked me a specific question. I'm getting all blurred with all the readings I've been doing. I've just sort of been going into it like, who do I have one to do for? Okay, I need to think about that. I think you're wondering about like work and life stuff though, just like general kind of life stuff. I feel like. So hopefully that's the case. I think we're getting some good messages though, either way. Whoop. Okay, I got the King of Pentacles. This is crazy. You're getting like all these really amazing pentacle cards. So it just really tells me that your money situation is going to be moving upward. I'm seeing like good signs left and right with every little spread I've done here for you. Each 3 cards I draw have had a major pentacle card in them, and that's just really good. It shows me that there's some definite financial gain and some definite financial success coming your way. There could even be some sort of like big bonus or big some sort of big kind of money reward or something really valuable coming your way. Sort of what I'm feeling from this. And I also here have the Knight of Pentacles. This is crazy. I feel like something actually, I was just thinking like new job, things are going to be looking good, financial stability. But the more cards I pull, it really feels like there's going to be some big financial opportunity coming your way, or some sort of like big chunk of money, or something of that nature. So that's really cool. Okay, now I have a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups here for you. And the 9 of Cups is very representatory of emotion and very much kind of being in control of your emotion and not being someone that's irrational, not someone that overreacts about things. You're known as like a very, calm and down to earth and reasonable and logical person. And that's just what this card tells me. And that's why people know, at work, and people that are your friends and people in your life know that they can trust you, with decisions and with things that they want to tell you. And they feel like you're a voice of reason, in a sense, is what this card really tells me. And I think that people look up to you in that way, when you can be like this really calm and collected and cool energy and kind of being. This card just tells me a lot about that. So altogether, it looks like you have some financial gain and stability definitely coming your way, big time. It looks like this new job opportunity is going to be really bright, and it seems like it's definitely even an opportunity that you can move up in. And then with getting this, the last card I drew for you being the 9 of Cups, it just also feels like you're really in control right now with your mental health, and you have things in good order for yourself, which I think is awesome. I could draw a couple more cards here just to kind of see some messages or advice. I don't see anything bad, really. I wanted to kind of draw a little bit for your health, though, I think, because, with all that shit you're dealing with, it would kind of just be good to get a little bit of insight in on that. I think this talked a lot about your career and kind of, your creative pursuits and your emotions being in order, but let's get some answers about Megan's health. This card definitely wanted to come out. Whoa. These cards flew out. I don't know how many are here, but I'll see if I'm going to be using them. Perfect. Okay, wow. So, these are some pretty crazy cards. When I asked about your health, and just, that stuff that you're dealing with. I got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which tells me that, so the Queen of Wands regularly is sort of like a card about action and sort of making movement forward, or sort of like needing to make a decision or take some sort of action or do something quickly. But when I see this card in reverse, it just tells me that was blocked. Like there were just certain factors or certain reasons getting in the way and blocking you so that you couldn't even make a decision or feel like you had enough information to, sort of just like you needed answers that you weren't getting, and everything was sort of up in the air. with your health, and you were kind of like left in the dark a little bit. And I think that, I don't know, healthcare in general, maybe just in general, not just in our country with how like fucked up the system is. I just think that there were a lot of questions that weren't being answered for you. And when I see the moon card here, it's not a bad card, but it is a card of illusion and a card of mystery and a card of the unknown. So that sort of confirms with this card that you were being blocked and that you wanted to take action and there were things you wanted to do and get done, but you didn't have the right answers to, and you didn't have all the information you needed to. And then when I see the King of Swords here in reverse as well, it's sort of like you had the fight taken out of you almost, where you were sort of like, I just have to wait. I have to play this waiting game because I am not really sure how it's going to go. And it feels like that's been the whole journey of it, is like, hurry up and wait. Like, we're not really sure. You know, someone says it's bad and you know it's bad, but then other times it's like maybe it's not that bad, and it's just kind of fluctuating as like chronic pains and diseases and illnesses do. And yeah, this card just tells me that like you're fighting and you're gonna keep going, but it's sort of also like, oh, how much more can I do? How much more can I take? Or when will I understand this or have more clarity on this? So yeah, that's pretty intense about that. I want to see if I can get anything else. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of swords cards now. You know, these two sort of just telling me like it's going to be a lot of fighting and a lot of like hard work and a lot of, you know, not fairness. It's going to be kind of shitty in a sense of wondering like why does it have to be like this? And yeah, I just don't see a lot of like great, it doesn't feel like a great energy in that sense. And I'm not saying like things are going to turn out bad by any means, but I just feel like the medical stuff and the health stuff is going to be this constant fight and this constant battle. And thankfully, there's so much good energy with your creative pursuits, you know, with your activities and your hobbies that you like to do and the work that you're doing. I pulled so many positive, awesome cards for you. So just keep fighting and keep not taking no for an answer, and just saying like, I want to be heard and I want to be seen, and I need this to be a priority to you doctors as much as it is to me, and that sort of thing as far as your health goes. So yeah, that's really all I have for you today, Megan. I hope that some of that was insightful or helpful. If you want to talk about it, or if you have any other questions, I am always free, and you know where to find me. So thank you.